Hello everyone, my name is Santira Kalango. I am here with my mentor, Miss Bowen.
Hi.
And we are just going to do a debrief today over standards 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so basically what I did was I created a lesson plan that introduced the functions of the judicial branch. So I talked about, or I included the court systems and the roles of the judges. And with standard 6, it focuses on assessment. So throughout my lesson, I basically gave a lot of formative assessment. I started out with the bell ringer, and I used questioning strategies, to identify the characteristics of the Supreme Court and the state court. In standard, and also I provided, or I gave the students exit tickets. And they had to create a Venn diagram to compare the federal and state court. So that was like their ticket out the door. At the end of each unit, I provided a summative assessment, a unit test, just to kind of measure their progression and to see, whether or not the students met the standards. So for standard 7, planning for instruction, it was kind of aligned basically on the standards, the Georgia standards, CG 13. I provided a clear learning target just to, open up the lesson. And I incorporated a little differentiation strategies by using guided notes and graphic organizers throughout the lesson. So that covered standard 7. And then for standard 8, I talked about instructional strategies. Those were like the PowerPoints that I taught from. I have a PowerPoint. I provided the PowerPoint to each student, and it was like a source with their. It was like it's for note taking so that they can kind of have a visual and be collaborating throughout the lesson. Within the PowerPoint, there were literacy development where I provided vocabulary words and we went over the vocabulary words for the lesson. And then now I'm just going to discuss the strengths and the areas for growth with my mentor. So Ms. Bowen, do you want to?
Yes.
Okay.
So the ones that I found that need some improvement on, and it's not much, it would be pacing, which I think Ms. Lingo will get the more she teaches the class. Is something you just have to learn, but she's doing a great job. Her differentiation is excellent.